Hello, hello. Welcome to Malta Poet Society, October 2023. My God, how time flies, huh? How time flies. So here we are, obviously honoring the legacy of the late Yogi Paulo, who actually said, and these are two of his quotes, and the reason why he established the Malta Poet Society in 2017. These are the basic philosophy behind it. If no one hears you, you don't exist. That's one of his quotes. The next one, connected to it directly, is being able to express yourself is an important part of being alive. And these are the foundation stones on which he established the Malta Poet Society. Firstly, by doing literally in-person events in venues here and there, all around the island. And then because of the current changes in the world situation, we decided to go online. And in December of 2020, we started doing it this way. People tended to come from other parts of the world more than in Malta. So, of course, I've kept it going like this. Then Paolo passed away at the beginning of 22. And naturally, I being one of the closest people to him here in Malta, I inherited his legacies. This is one of them, the monthly event every third Saturday of the month, Malta Poet Society online open mic now. And the other one is the Monday night meditation. Whoever is interested in meditation, light and sound meditation.com, you will find a lot of information over there. And if anybody is interested, we can connect and share more. So I wanted to say good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to anyone watching this, of course, later. First of all, now, here and now on the call, but for whoever is watching later as well. And since one or twice, I think, since the last few episodes, we've added a little bit of a feature for whoever is interested. You don't have to do it if you don't like to, just like people can be on the call and can be just audience. However, it would be nice, of course, to contribute if you so wish to. So yeah, the structure is very simple. We usually are a little bit intimate with numbers. We have had some episodes where there were quite a lot of people, and we've had like some beautiful rounds. We've also had a combination of poetry with music and with graphics, and there was a particular area of photography, I believe, and it was so enjoyable. You can obviously check the previous episodes on my YouTube channel. My name is Norman Christina. And so the little feature will be that we will, after a first round of poems, of course, or whatever, and maybe I can do some music at the end of the session as well. I can show something or whatever. As I'll see, we have to flow. But there is a little bit of an inspiring creativity exercise that I will describe in detail when we come to it. So I'd like to check for all the people who are on the call whether everybody would like to do something or not. You can write in the chat if you want to. If you do, and when you do a little bit of a contribution, please do tell us who you are, where you're from, like your country of origin, and then where are you based? Maybe it's not the exact same place where you were born. Of course, people do travel around the world, and it would be nice to have that. So yeah, country of origin and currently based that. And of course, when it comes to the item that you're going to share, please do give us a little bit of the context of the item and the title. All right, of course, and then we'll explain it. So to continue with Paolo before moving on, today's quote, I chose one of the quotes. It's not even a complete sentence, but it is in a way. A journey into the now. So that's also a quote from Yogi Paulo, a journey into the now. And I'll use this a little bit later on. So just to check, we've had poetry for sure. I know people want to do poetry. I'm not sure if everybody on the call would like to offer something, or whether they would prefer to remain like observing today or just audience, please do let me know. You know whom I'm speaking to. Feel free to express at any point in time. Great, thank you. So there's that. We start with one, and then we have more if we can. So we have Malaysia, we have Wales, we have Malta, we have another Malta, and who knows how many people will be seeing this after the fact. So one Maltese for sure has something. Would the other Maltese like to share something? Just to know, it doesn't have to be a yes, it's just to know so that I can sort of like plan out a little bit the session. So just asking whether, and I'd like to receive a reply so that we can get going. In the meantime, okay, Claire or Julian, would anybody like to start?
I'll start then.
Good, go ahead.
Okay. So I'm going to read. I've only had a couple of poems published years and years ago, in a book called Generation X, in our own words, Generation X. So it was compilation. I'm not quite Generation X. I'm a baby boomer, but I wrote to them and said, I've got poems you'd like. So this one is called Our Holiday. And my boyfriend then and I, there'd been all sorts of strange things with the police trying to crush the North Wales party scene. So we needed a bit of a to escape. So we went down to Devon on the train to where my father lived. So early on, we made the pact, if we forget and mention them, we've got to juicy kiss the bad taste away. We'd been 6 months getting bitter, watching things just getting shit silly, watching people who would be people run with the dirty pack. Oh yeah, and there was watching ourselves become obsessed, watching friends get out of earshot, watching people getting greedy, watching the pigs getting away with beep murder, watching friends getting shit on, and watching yourself get sick and tired watching.
Thank you for sharing. Wow, that's nice. Thank you, thank you, thank you. From Wales, shall we go to Malaysia?
Hi.
Hi, yes, please.
Can I share screen, please?
Do we need to give him rights to share screen, Claire? Are you able to do that, or do you need permission?
You do it.
If anyone's talking, they're muted. Yeah. I don't know if I can give you permission myself.
Let me just, can you do it, Julian, or do I have to make you co-host or something?
Yeah, you can either make me co-host or you can allow under security, we click security, allow all participants to share screen.
Oh, right. Okay, cool. Thank you. Can you do it, Norman, please?
Mela,
Go on,
let me see.
go on security. Oh no, you're on your phone, aren't you?
No, I'm on phone, but let me see if I
Hold on.
can do
Oh,
anything.
it's okay. I've done it now.
Okay.
Yeah, I've done it.
You should be able to share screen then, Julian.
Yeah, you go.
Yep, here we are. Lovely. It's coming on.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So this is called Unfinished Business. Unfinished business. Look at this desk. I could have been the paper. You, the paperweight. pin me down. I could have been the sturdy shelf you, the books, held you up when you slid. Or maybe that one bookend of your to-be-reads. Lean on me, slanted, like so many fallen dominoes. All these unfinished novels, the one story you were so invested in that left you hanging, the sequel you found wanting, the fiction of this life, the weight of the unread world. Follow the trail of unreadable cues, this abandoned journal, the hobby that turned into a chore, these gel pens that dried up, the fading colors of all these precious memories of you, the stationery we left stationary, frozen in time like the burn that turned into ashes in my mouth the minute it was spoken and regretted. All the words left unsaid after, like dust that now finds its way into every crevice of this heart. The poem that crawled into its own nook and never got sent, folded and tucked in the unreturned book, like a patient bookmark caught between two pages. Forgive and forget, both overdue. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing. Oh my God. Always deep, and I love, absolutely love your thought processes and the way you express yourself, Julian. Thank you so
Thank you.
much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. 1+70. I don't know if you've seen my messages to check whether you would like to contribute. In the meantime, no pressure, just to have an answer, so that we know. I would like to share a little bit of a longer than usual for me poem, and I'm going to give a little bit of a context. What you are going to hear is me venting out into poetry a real life situation. And it's not nice. It's something that happened within the last month. It's something that really shook me to the core. There's betrayal that will be obvious. I will not mention names. I will not do the person the same damage that the person did to me. And towards the end, of course, there is also a little bit of a lesson for us all. So it's, I don't know whether to call it a poem or a piece of prose, all right? Whatever, it's a piece of writing. Be you, please. Or better still, be you, trust me, confide in me, so that then I have content on which to judge you. Be you, research highly and form knowledge-based and well-crafted beliefs, so that I can then, in my infinite self-appointed wisdom of judge, jury, and executioner, shoot it, try to break you down, ridicule you, and gossip about you with spiritual fellow cronies, fake as I am. Be you, please, so that I can insult you and be jealous of you for the support you so well deserve because of the life hardships that you've had to endure, which of course I know absolutely nothing about, no clue, no hint, not a glimpse of the long spell of hell hail of curved balls I've only miraculously and literally just about survived. Be you, please, so that then I can impose my thoughts on you and expect to dictate how you should think, what you should do, how you should live, and what choices you should make, just because I, in my infinite wisdom, know precisely and exactly, spelled EGGZACTLY, so there's an exclamation mark after that, what is good for you. And my judgment is so spot on that even though I am a heavy contributor to your financial struggles by my very own fake promises and inaction about your overtly recognized talents and capabilities, I feel entitled to pass my all-wise, all-knowing judgment on what you should do to address your financial situation, even if my own contribution could have been determining in times of great need. Yet I choose to throw dirt on you and unleash my self-proclaimed all-wise, all-knowing judgment onto your mum, behaving totally out of order in a supposedly professional setting of a therapeutic nature. And for good measure, I also threw in a few words about your dad to her as well, just so that I secure more clients coming to me due to my super professional attitude in my work. Additionally, despite your honest encouragement towards me and your open, genuine compliments about my musical skills and potential, I chose to tell your mom that I feel you are a show-off. To your mom, I said this in a professional setting where I was entrusted to take care of your mom and make her feel better. Furthermore, my perfectly well-informed judgment of you is so, you're right, spot on, that now that I have my loved one, I feel qualified to pass comments to your own mother about your personal private sexual abilities and experiences. But it's okay to be you with me. So now I can make fun of you, since now I do have a loved one. Now that was the last straw that broke the camel's back, my dear. You see, I had trusted you. I had paid you money even when struggling. I had confided in you deep, private and personal wishes, dreams and desires. Thankfully, not enough to make your judgments on any subject correct to any degree, of course. I had trusted you so much that I recommended both my parents, my very parents, two people I love most dearly, to you. I was even actively referring people to you and recommending your services, even though you did not fulfill your own promises to use mine. And I never got anyone recommended to me specifically by you. Looks like my judgment of you was widely off mark. Yet, gratefully, in my ignorance, I can say this, darling. Although my sexual capabilities and experiences are none of your business, of course, I am ever so thankful that in my ignorance, in my utter ignorance, you're regretfully and unfortunately quite unqualified to be on that list. Morale. So the world tells us to be you, right? Well, I say, please be careful whom to be you with. Be careful whom to trust. Because even so-called spiritual people can be deceiving, jealous, spiteful, and project their own unhappiness and wounds and negative energy onto you. Always seek raw, authentic, and genuine people of pure heart to connect with and trust and be you with, as long as you are one such person yourself first. Thank you for listening. Just a clarification that was not clear in the poem. I've been working on my mom for 3 years or even more to go to this person. 3 years. And on the very first time that she goes, all of that happened. Thank you for listening. Much appreciated. Any comments or any questions? I saw somebody unmute. Let me see. Yeah. No real comments yet. Okay, let's see. Do we have anyone else who would like to share anything for the first round? No? Okay, very good. Very good. No problem. I saw the message. No problem. Okay, dokie. So, would we like to go for another round and then do a little exercise? What do you say? Claire, you have any other thing to offer? Julian, I believe, will have. Yes. Claire, you're muted. And Julian
Sorry,
says yes.
yes.
Go ahead, dear.
Do you want me to go first?
Yes, please.
Okay, so this is from the same book, but it's not by me. Okay, it's by Patrick French of Oceanside, California. He has always hated the way the city's lights smear their obscene and unnatural colours onto the hanging clouds, transforming their greyish, fading, almost angelic pallor into the grotesque. From lofty light posts that always switch on too early, above tracks that twist absently to unknown places and distant directions, forgotten miles to be again and again travelled. He drags his fingers across a dirty, rust-eaten fence. Underneath the orange, baleful glow of an inverted eye, straying with the sounds of his errant footfalls, vanished as quickly made, perhaps lost in the long, unnerving pauses of contemplation, perhaps lost in his fate. Always heaven has maintained its careful silence, and hell had rumbles in his belly, in the agony of its bitter cloister, while the lights in between intervene with a mocking judgment and callous sobriety.
Thank you for sharing. From Wales, we travel to Malaysia. There you go.
I share screen again.
Share screen again, my guest. There we are. Yeah.
So this is a personification of a
Yeah, some context maybe, yes.
personification of a map, the kind of map that you fold and keep in your glove compartment in your car. So it's called Map to Your Heart. It's been a while since you used me. You relied on me whenever you got lost, needed directions, were scrambling or late. Now I sit in this cold cavern, this gloveless glove compartment, loveless as the half-used box of 3-ply masks. Your map of old that you abandoned for the mobile apps of new. I even miss the way you got so mad, trying to fold me back this way and that, and never got it right. I have all the creases to show for it. It was more a trauma for you than a trauma for me. I never once complained. I knew where to draw the line. It didn't matter how you faulted me, only that I was useful. A 2D representation of your 3D world, one dimension less, but many more colorful facets, solid lines, curved contours, and straight up and up grids, my borders and boundaries clearly demarcated. I never talked back, never told you you have arrived when you hadn't, or castigated you to take U-turns you didn't want to, or said recalculating in such a condescending way. I never tracked your comings and goings. It was always just between you and me. I was discreet and private that way. What lies on the map stays on the map. The last time you pulled me out was when you lost internet connection and your battery was weak. You pulled over and found me, and I was so thrilled to be touched again, fondled by your warm hands like an old friend. You read me easily, just like remembering to ride a bicycle or tie a shoelace, and I got to you to your destination on time. I was happy to be of service. Finally, you didn't fold me right though again, but I didn't mind. To think you were so good at origami once. Kids are natural folders. Adults can't seem to shape the unfolding of their lives very well. It's an animal they wrestle with every day of their crumpled, creased lives, never being able to tell the mountain from the valley folds, forgetting that no matter where you go, wherever you end up, or even when you think you really have arrived, you will always still need a guide, a chart, something tangible, someone you can hold on to, like a reliable map, to point you in the right direction and show you the way. Thank you.
Thank you so much. This is so nice. Thank you. Wow, man. Thank you for sharing. So apt, so relevant in today's world as a way of thinking, you know, of how things are shaped up in the world, all this technology. Oh my God, this is such a nice poem. You inspire me, man. Thank you so much for sharing. I'm really, really great to know you. Really, really happy, really grateful. Wow, man, this is amazing. This is amazing. Mela, I got a short one to offer, very short one, but it's incredibly significant. And then I'd like us to get a little bit creative, whoever wishes to, of course. So, I don't know if everybody knows on the call, I believe maybe everybody knows, but out of the call, if people are watching this later, there will be people, or there could be people who might not know what a haiku is. So for the benefit of anybody at any point, a haiku is a type of poem. It's a Japanese style type of poem. There are two versions, the longer one and the shorter one. Both are extremely short anyway. So the longer haiku is a three-lined poem in which the first and the third lines have 5 what they call which best translates to syllables. And the middle, the second line has 7. So 575, totaling 17. That's the long haiku. Because the short one is 353, totaling 11. I tend to prefer the long one to write in, and this is a haiku called haiku about haiku. So I really need your concentration. It will only take a few seconds to read. So again, just bear in mind what I just said. So here it is, haiku. Oh, how interesting, using the same structure to write about itself. Yeah, it's short, but it's very concise. Thank you. It's a haiku about haiku. Yeah. So at this point, I would like to invite us all to bring out maybe this, if you want to do it manually, or however you feel.
I'll have to grab a pen. Hold on.
Take your time, darling. Grab a pen. Grab a pen. And what I'm going to offer for whoever wants to do the exercise, whether in your mind or down on paper, I'm going to do it on paper myself. I haven't practiced this before. I'm going to explain the exercise. Claire knows what we're doing anyway. So this is going to be a short, few minutes, so let's say max 5 minutes, not more. We don't need to. We are going to go through an exercise of free writing about something. And then you can or cannot, it's completely your choice. You might want to share what you wrote, or you might not. It's completely up to you. So today, for today, the third one, I believe, yeah, it is the third time we're doing this. I chose something you have already heard me say. So let's write freely for 5 minutes about, here's the tip, here's the prompt. A journey into the now. The quote from Yogi Paulo that I shared at the beginning of the session. A journey into the now. Okay, so let's write freely for 5 minutes, and then afterwards we can like connect, and whoever wants to share, and then after that we can decide what we want to do. A journey into the now. So let me take note of the time. Here we are, and let's go into it. Start thinking of wrapping up slowly. Okay, whoa. I think I'm done. I just wrote, no filters, no edits. I hope you're doing the same. And if we can wrap it up now, and whoever, if we'd like to share, you're welcome to do so. And if you prefer not to, it's okay. We respect anything. And then after this, maybe a little bit of some inspiration from music, and then or last call basically. Would people be willing to share what they wrote by any chance?
I wrote a few words. It wasn't easy. It wasn't easy.
It wasn't easy. That's interesting. Okay. Would you like to share what you wrote?
It felt like the last 3 weeks had been a journey into the now. Yes, that's right. A roller coaster crazy journey into the madness this present moment was turning out to be. How did I not see it coming? Here I was in a completely different country, thousands of miles away from my friends, my family, my dog. 3 weeks ago, I'd been getting myself off for a holiday. I was. That's it. I don't
Wow.
know what I was.
Well, it's actually very interesting to reflect on this, and the actual content-wise, it's exactly what we're going through with time period and all. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I got inspired to choose this one, to be fair. Yeah, because I know, I feel, I meet, I hear, I share, I receive a lot of comments of this same nature. Yeah. Would anyone else like to share? Or if you prefer not to, please state your intentions as well. It doesn't matter. We're all safe here. Just let us know. Unless we've stimulated some incredible piece of writing that's still manifesting. Are you still with us, guys?
I
Here
can
we
share.
are. Would you like to share?
Yeah.
Lovely. Oh, whoa.
I worry about the past, my past. So many things I wish I'd known earlier, so many mistakes, stumbles, falls. If you built a machine to send me back in time, though, I know it won't go well. I've seen too many of those movies. Time traveling in those premises never works out. And if the machine took you into the future, it didn't work out too well either. So what's left? Only the now, here, present time. Make do with what you have, where you are, with whomever you are with. No regrets. Live.
Hey.
Mm.
My God. My God. Both very, very interesting
Thank you. Good one.
aspects. So, as you can see, people on the call and people watching this later, the same prompt, right? Two different people from two different countries with two completely different backgrounds. Look at what comes up. And there's going to be a third one if I'm allowed to share my own,
Mm.
please. Can I do that?
Yeah.
Okay. So, a journey into the now. Starting with a stop, a total seizing of the hustle and bustle of the hamster wheel of life. Taking or making, carving time out of our spinning lives, out of our speeding existence, to actually, shall I say, live? Coming into the present moment, just being, doing no thing, nothing. Oh, what a journey, and oh, what a destination. How does it feel like to be in the now? Where did you go to come here? Thank you for listening. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Whoa. Would anybody like to have a free word? Maybe we can comment on what we've heard. Maybe we can give each other some feedback. Maybe we can, I don't know. It's completely open to us all. We make this session. I don't do anything. I just hold space and facilitate.
I just
Any
say
comments?
it's great what comes. When we could just create like that.
Yeah.
It's, you know, with that little bit of pressure, isn't it? That little bit of pressure, and it's there.
Wow. Really cool.
A common theme in all the three poems, right? There's so coming together and nexus in our poems. There were some common themes about coming and being present and being here and now. Yeah.
Very interesting. Yeah. Thank you for sharing. I just love the way that people express themselves. And I am honored to keep holding Paulo's legacy going with this, because as we said in the beginning, if no one hears you, you don't exist, which means to me, we need to hear each other, and we need to hold spaces for people to be heard. And of all times in human history, and all people on the call, I mean all people on the call, we know this, we feel this, we work towards this. All right? Of all times in human history, this is the time when this feature, when this what shall I call it? This thing is needed the most. So yes, Paulo's not with us, but he left a legacy. And that is one of the reasons why I have to say I've made a sacrifice to actually come here and to manage on time. It cost me energy, it cost me some money as well, because I was in a place I was actually I wished I could stay longer, but I had a responsibility, which is this, and I'm here. It was a very nice activity, very needed, and so on and so forth. But my commitments are my commitments, and I'm here. All right. Because I honor this. Going back to the very beginning, what I shared as the introduction. So if no one hears you, you don't exist. And the continuation, the founding stone of this very event. Being able to express yourself is an important part of being alive. So once again, thank you, Yogi Paulo, for this. And I don't know what I'm going to be doing, but I'm going to be doing some music right now. I'm going to show you my bongos. Dirty, yes, written all over by the kids. I don't mind. And let me see what flows. Okay. Something did come out. Yeah, that's a pair of bongos, South American instruments. There they are, made of wood. For musicians, it's a fourth apart. There's an interval of a fourth, or supposedly. Sometimes they go a little bit out of tune. They're very used, these bongos. They were just used today several times. Yeah, that's it. So, any last comments, any suggestions, any whatever last free word before we go? And we wrap up the session of October. Mela, here I am. I'm going to be sending you my yes, for sure, as requested. Oops, sorry, I sent it to.
Julian, was that a V before Matthews? Yeah, thank you.
There you are. So that's for everybody. Whoever wants, that's the email address. Good, fantastic, beautiful on the chat. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Thank you for your contributions. Thank you for your beautiful backgrounds. One looks like sepia and one looks like an half the way to the night. And I'm a glaring white behind me.
I want to say thank you to Julian for saying those things about platforms. I mean, I've got a Facebook account or 6, but I'm staying off there at the moment. But if you want to do events, obviously I'll join in. I'd join in for that.
Yeah. So yeah, thank you so much. You're muted,
Thank
Julian.
you so much. Thanks for holding space. I don't mind coming every month as long as I remember. Yeah.
You're very sweet, man. Thank you so much. Thank you for your content. Thank you for your contribution to the world. Thank you for being who you are. For now, until we sort of like find our footing and see what's going to be happening with social media going forward, it might be a little bit of a bumpy ride until we settle in. Once we know what we're doing or we feel comfortable, then we might even go a bit more all out with regards to promoting the event. But I'm feeling a little bit uncomfortable with the way things are around the world and social media. I'm not very happy. That it seems to be very unreliable. At least from our perspective here in Malta, we get censored like crazy, even for nothing at all. Like even for innocuous things, nothing to do with the like narrative of the current world situation and all that. So it is a little bit challenging. If we find a better platform to work from, I'm happy to consider. And then once we're moving in that direction, once we have something solid, then yeah, we might think of a little bit more marketing. We will at some point in time probably start accepting donations and like financial support so that we can get equipment going and stuff like that. I mean, I operate from a mobile device. I can barely hear. I'm doing this, it is challenging. It is challenging. So yeah, over time we have to see how to work it out. So thank you so much. If anybody is hearing these words and watching the episode uploaded onto my YouTube channel and you know that you can support us, please do let us know. Yeah, we'll be processing, of course, the recording as soon as possible. Thank you so much for being here. Oh, let me check the date. 3rd Saturday of November will be, let me check. Saturday 4, 11, 18th. So our next episode will be 18th of November 2023. And then we might have a little bit of 23rd December is a little bit, yeah, but anyway, we'll see when we come. No, actually, sorry, December will be 16th. Yeah, that's brilliant. So yeah, brilliant. 18th November and 16th December are the next 2 dates for this year. They are very good dates to hold. Yes, it becomes busier towards the end of the year, but we are only here for about an hour and a bit, unless we get flooded with people. Yeah, so our next appointments are there. 20, what did I say? 18th November, so 1811 and 1612. and 16th December. So just before we wrap up, would anyone like to share anything? Otherwise, we can say toodles. Thank you so much. Beautiful to see you. Lovely to see you all.
Julian wants to say something, does he?
Oh yeah, please. Let's do that.
No, thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Okay, he was
Bye.
saying bye
Bye.
then. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hope to see you next month. Cheers, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You're okay, Claire, to stop the recording? Good.